Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news.
This is Family Life Hometowns, a chance to get to know the stories behind the cities, towns, villages, and burgs that make up the Family Life listening area. We take a look at their history and learn what makes them special. Today, we spotlight Mahanoy City, Pennsylvania. Located in northern Schuylkill County, roughly equidistant from Wilkes-Barre to the northeast and Reading to the southeast, the borough of Mahanoy City is thought to derive its distinctive name from a variation of a Native American word meaning salt deposits. However, the area is much better known for deposits of another kind, coal. It lies on the edge of Pennsylvania's coal region and is known for its anthracite coal production. The community, which lies just off of Interstate 81, was officially settled in 1859. Many of the early settlers to the borough and township of Mahanoy were Welsh people, attracted by opportunities to continue the mining trade they already knew well. Hessians began arriving by the trainload as well to work at the quickly growing mining operations. The outbreak of the Civil War sparked increased demand for Pennsylvania coal to fuel the Union war effort, and the area was conveniently connected by the Lehigh Valley and Philadelphia and Reading railroads. Paul Coombe with the Mahanoy City Historical Society recounted those early days of coal's rise to prominence in this clip from a Samsung Productions documentary.
When coal was discovered here, entrepreneurs, people interested in making money off the coal, came in and bought land from different companies and then set about finding out where the coal veins were. So from 1855, when there might have been just a few hundred people in this whole valley, to 1865, when now there's a few thousand people in the valley, that was all because of coal. So coal meant everything to the beginning of Mahanoy City. No coal, no Mahanoy City.
Coal production continued to grow after war's end, and immigrants continued to flow into the area to mine the black gold fueling America's growth, including many miners from Ireland. However, as coal's importance grew, so too did labor tensions between mine owners and their workers, as well as between different ethnic groups within the miners. All of that led to violent incidents as miners pressed for better working conditions. The long strike of 1875 marked a bloody chapter in those disputes, with miners and mine owners engaging in violent acts that culminated in the infamous Molly Maguires incident. Following deadly clashes after the strike, a Pinkerton detective infiltrated the ranks of Irish miners and accused dozens of them in the killings of mining company officials. 20 of the miners were sentenced to death in what legal experts later said were slipshod cases, and they were hanged on what became known as Black Thursday. Pennsylvania later recognized those convictions as unjustified and officially exonerated the alleged leader of the Molly Maguires, and there's a somber and touching memorial to those miners in Mahanoy City. Demand for the area's anthracite coal peaked shortly after the turn of the century, and Mahanoy City, like many other coal region towns, experienced a steady population decline from its peak of about 16,000 as the economy began to shrink. However, coal mining still has a presence today, as does the mining of fire clay, which is found in abundance there. Foundry products and manufacturing still play a significant role in the local economy as well. One of Mahanoy City's better-known modern-day figures is John Walson Sr. Even if you're unfamiliar with that name, you're almost certainly familiar with what he's credited with inventing: cable television. Though born in Forest City, PA, Walson graduated from Mahanoy Township High School and is recognized by Congress as having invented cable TV in 1948. In an interview, he said he did it out of necessity to help his Mahanoy City appliance store sell newfangled TV sets.
Well, I became interested in cable TV because of necessity. I was selling TV sets at the time, and there was no way of demonstrating these TV sets. The only way I could demonstrate the sets was to take people up to the mountaintop at the antenna site, demonstrate the sets, and then they pick out the set they wanted, and then they purchase that set. It became apparent that it was a lot of unnecessary work to drive people up to the tower site, so I therefore decided to bring the television into the community by running a coaxial cable.
That allowed him to receive 3 TV signals from Philadelphia in his store, 86 miles from Philly. Thus was born CATV, Community Antenna Television, and Watson also innovated other developments in the new field, including microwave relay systems. Another successful Mahanoy City resident is familiar to Penn State sports fans, Michael Rhodes, current head coach of the Nittany Lions men's basketball team. The Mahanoy City of today is still a work in progress. Borough Manager John Fatula says he's starting to see more people move in, renovate old homes, and seek employment. Worn-out remnants of King Cole's heyday are being torn down, replaced with newer buildings and green space in the half-mile square community of just under 4,000. And planning is already underway for the annual Mahanoy City Community Day in September, featuring food, music, vendors, and train rides on those rails that played such a key role in Mahanoy City history. You've been listening to Family Life Hometowns, a look at the cities, towns, villages, and burgs that make up the Family Life listening area. Please join us again next time for another edition of Family Life Hometowns.